All right, we're recording, and I know it says Carrie Davis under my name, but what a better, if you had to be somebody else, like to be Carrie Davis would be great. So we're going to go with that thought tonight that I get to be Carrie Davis, alias Nikki Cotton, 100 Club, and I'm really excited for this call tonight, and I'll tell you why. Because I just met Jamie, and I already love her. We had a great conversation this morning. I can't wait for you guys to hear her story. It's such a great story. And for those of you that don't know me, I've been with the Juice Plus company for almost, it'll be 26 years in October. I started when I was 2 years old. I was very young and I was brilliant. And the journey, though, has really been a most incredible journey. You know, when I think about almost being here for 26 years, and, you know, thinking about a little bit of a roller coaster ride, sometimes being so excited I can barely stay in my skin, and sometimes feeling a little bit flat. And there's the seasons of our business. And what I really love is it's not like a merry-go-round that just goes round and round. It goes up and down and has turns and twists. And I'm going to tell you that right now, the ride I'm on is the best ride I've ever had. And the reason that is because I am re-engaging myself and I'm getting trained by all new, young, fabulous national marketing directors like Jamie. I'm listening to what they have to tell me. I'm watching how they're doing things differently, and it's putting a new spin on my business. Not only is it putting a new spin on my business, but I can't wait. Literally, I cannot wait until I meet my next young couple or young person, and I think about them having the Juice Plus journey that they could start when they're young and they could change their whole life at an early age. It gets me just so fired up, I can't hardly stand it. So with that said, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to introduce you to Jamie W. Jamie, will you say your name for me once so I can get it straight?
Wyrock.
Wyrock. Not hard at all. Good job, Lisa. I saw you pronouncing Jamie Wyrock. Good job. And Jamie is a physical therapist. She's a mom of 3, soon to be a mom of 4. She's married. She has a super busy life. And I've actually the perfect person to tell us a little bit about, you know, I was thinking when her and I were talking originally, she made a comment about people being so busy that they would rather be busy and choose a mediocre life. And it made me think that people today say they're too busy to have a great life. And don't you think that's crazy?
Yes.
So Jamie, tell us about how you got introduced to Juice Plus, a little bit about what it's done for, I know you started like when your daughter was like 2 years old. Will you start back then and tell us your story?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to get to talk to you all. So yeah, my health journey started really when my daughter was born. She was a premature baby. She spent the first 2 years, or spent a month in the intensive care, and she spent the first 2 years of her life really chronically sick. She had chronic pneumonia, failure to thrive. They even misdiagnosed her with cystic fibrosis just because of all of her respiratory issues. And so when we took her to Children's Hospital in St. Louis and they just ran a gazillion tests on her, what they discovered was that she basically had no immune system. And so I am a physical therapist by trade, and my sponsors, Jamie Kinsey, many of you probably know Jamie. She's an OT by trade. We worked together at that time. And she said to me, Jamie, you should look at Juice Plus. It might help Gracie. I think it would help her. So I'm very open-minded with everything in my life. And I took a CD that she gave me. It was Dr. Du Bois, and I put it in my car.
Jamie, hang on one quick second. I'm hearing kids. They could be yours. And we can't mute you. Okay. So somebody's got kids that are playing in the background, and we love kids, but on a call, it's really distracting.
Yeah.
They stopped. Yay!
Okay. Awesome. So I listened to the CD on the way home, and it made absolute complete sense to me. It became a no-brainer. Food, fruits and vegetables, it'll increase the immune system. And I told Jamie, I said, let's start on it now, like immediately. So we did. And that has been, well, she'll be 14 in October, so 10, 11, 12 years ago almost. And instantly, I mean, I noticed her start to feel better. I noticed her start to look better. She was getting sick less often. We were definitely going to the doctor less often. Less antibiotics. It was getting less frequent and less frequent. And over the period of about 9 months, she had a complete health transformation. and she just was beginning to thrive. And so it was at that point that I knew that I had to tell other people about Juice Plus. I just had to. I mean, I have a great career as a physical therapist, but how could I not tell other people, especially my age, that were going through through the similar stuff, or complaining of sick children or sick parents or sick neighbors or whoever. Like, I had to tell people. So that's when I decided to sign up and become a rep for the company. Not really understanding the potential, but just knowing that I wanted to just earn a little extra money and tell people about Juice Plus. But so within a couple weeks of signing my distributor application, I got in the car with Jane McKenzie, and we drove to Nashville to conference, my first conference. And of course, as I'm sure many of you know, if you've been to conference, it opened my eyes, and I got a huge, huge, huge vision at that point that I wanted to be national marketing director. And I'm a go-getter kind of person. I'm going to get it done. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So it took me 10 years, and you know what? Who cares? I still got there. I still got there. And I'll go into a little bit more of Gracie's story later, and even the journey. I'll take it back to Nikki and let you ask your next question. But it's just been an incredible ride.
So Jamie, during those 10 years, you had 2 more children. Mm-hmm. You got to NMD. Mm-hmm. How do you balance your life having small children? Because right now you've got how old? Your daughter is 13, is that right? Mm-hmm. And then you've got a son, Jackson, who is 2, and then you're expecting another one, and then you have a stepchild that comes and visits.
No, that's where I went. That's where I was.
So we've got still people in the background that we can hear.
Oh, yeah.
Can you please mute yourself out?
Well, I worked there a lot for most of my career, but I was born in San Jose, and I was raised in Orange County.
I don't know who that is. Who's ever talking? Could you mute yourself out? Carrie, can you find them?
It's Donna West. She needs to mute.
Can you text her, please, Lisa? And you could find that, Carrie, and mute her out.
You did it.
Great. Okay, sorry about that. So here you are, having another baby, getting on to being an NMD, and you're still working as a PT. So actually, my first question is, especially now, because now you're a 39 club on your way to 50 club. And I asked you this morning, why are you still being a PT? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I love my job. I love physical therapy. Physical therapy is part of the wellness industry, I believe. And it's been such a rewarding career for me in so many aspects, emotionally mainly. Going to NMD, I was probably working 50 plus hours a week. Now I don't work that much. I work maybe 20 to 25, sometimes more, sometimes less. I definitely have more control over my schedule, which is amazing because I can be there because I want to be there, not because I have to be there, which is a completely different mindset, a completely different way of thinking when you're going into that position. But I, just like with Juice Plus, when we get to help people, I love helping people. And so it's been something that I've been able to, go full-time or be full-time and then back off. And then, my goal is once this baby comes that I won't have to go back anymore. But it's been such a rewarding career for me for 17 years. I love the people. I love the stories. I love not only just helping them get back on their feet again, or teach someone that's had a stroke how to walk again, but we as therapists, we are with these people way more than the doctors and way more than the nurses. We are in the trenches with them, and they become family. And so it's just been so rewarding for me, and I've enjoyed the ability to make it something that I want to do and just kind of phase it out over time, and just do it because I want to when I want to. So,
and I loved hearing that story this morning, that the kinds of people that we seem to attract to our Juice Plus business have a big heart. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you said to me, you live in a small community, there's not a lot of people who do what you do there. If you mm-hmm. left, it would leave a bit of a hole. And you weren't ready to do that. And I love that. I mean, obviously, at some point now you're expecting another one. There has to be a time where your family really needs more of your attention, which would probably be when the new baby comes. And so that's when they'll have to deal with that. But I love that those are the kinds of people that we attract, people that want to make a difference in the world. So, Jamie, thank you for being who you are and for being part of a Juice Plus family. So then you work 25 to 30 hours a week. Do you feel like your children suffer from the fact that you're not around? Tell me about that, and tell me about what your daughter's doing lately as a result of your business.
No, my kids are better people because of what I'm doing in all aspects of my life, and with my career and with Juice Plus. And so my daughter, just to kind of backtrack a little bit, so when she started to get healthy, I put her in gymnastics. She was 3. As a physical therapist, I knew she needed gross motor strength and just to start to develop. She was just a little failure to thrive. When she turned 2, she only weighed 16 pounds. Like, she was just tiny. So I rolled her in gymnastics, and this is kind of a great story to tell now with the Olympics being on, but she just loved it, and she started to take off. It's a God-given talent for her. And she excelled, and because of Juice Plus, the product, it gave her the ability to be healthy enough to do what she loved to do passionately. But because of this business, she's been in this community. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you've been around, if you haven't, stick around because you'll figure it out. This community is amazing. And what this community has done for me is make me such a better mother, so much better than I would have ever been without it. So I've been able to myself, she's grown up watching me set goals, watching me work hard, watching me, even moments of, I've shed some of the biggest tears in this business, because when you work with people, it hurts when people don't listen to you, or maybe even hurt you or make fun of you. I mean, that's just the reality of it. But she's watched all of those emotions, the good, the bad. She's been there when I've gotten those promotional phone calls and just on top of the world. And those experiences that she's gotten to experience are profound. And so, she does the same thing. She sets goals, and so we competed at nationals. She does acrobatic gymnastics. So you'll have to Google it so you can kind of see what she does. But she's very talented, and so she has a very specific plan in place, just like watching Mom have a specific plan in place to get to NMB. She has a very specific plan in place that in the year 2020 she competed at the World Championships. And that is just profound, not only, physically that she can do that, but the fact that this business has created so much opportunity for us. I mean, yes, I'm still working in PT, and yes, this business does take time, and I'll go into my DMO here in a little bit, but you guys, it doesn't have to be complicated. You can get it done. And for me, for Gracie, even before Juice Plus, I knew as a mom, this is kind of my mom philosophy, and I knew as a mom, we live in a very rural area. Not a lot for kids to do except to get in trouble. And I'm just being honest. I remember growing up, and I remember I wanted to create a place, a space for her that when she became a teenager, it was the place to be. I wanted to be that influence. I wanted kids here all the time. I wanted a place that they wanted to be. I didn't want her to have to run out or want to go, I want to go here, I want to go there. I want her here because life is crazy, and we do have very full lives. And so I just wanted to create that environment that she would want that, and that her friends would want that. And I'm not kidding you. I have kids here all the time. It's like a dream come true for me. It's my influence. I get to my food, my environment. I get to kind of be that influence for all of those kids. And they, it puts a smile on my face, because I'll hear them tell Gracie, your mom's so cool. This is so fun. We love being here. And it's because of this business that I got to provide, that we got to buy our dream home and have the pool, and they love to go get in the hot tub upstairs off the balcony and just sit up there, the girls do, and it's just such a fun environment. And she knows darn good and well how and why this has all come to fruition. And for me, it was knowing, even before I started Juice Plus in the business, I had a very clear picture of what I wanted our future to look like, and this was that vehicle that got me there. So it's pretty darn amazing, and I feel like it's totally doable.
Great. So tell us, and there's still somebody with a little one in the background that we can hear. And Alita, if you want to text Carrie to do anything, I can't do anything from my end. So anything that you're texting for asking any questions about this recording, you need to text the real Carrie, not the fake Carrie. So, so tell us, Jamie, a little bit about what your DMO looks like, and what also is really, we've got about 10 minutes left or so, what your DMO looks like, and then what might be really working for your team. You're going on to 50 Club now. So, and you sounded pretty confident today that St. Louis is it for you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what's cooking.
My favorite thing to talk about, because all the time, even in my own organization, I hear people say, I'm too busy, I don't have time. And I said, no, you can't make that as an excuse, because there's a way. And so it's all about daily method of operation. And I really don't even like that term because it's technical and it's kind of businessy, but it's all about those daily doables. So here is what I feel is really the secret. If you have, and I've kind of tweaked my verbiage. I don't say I'm busy anymore, I say I'm productive, because you could be busy in socks, you know, like, like there's a time and a place for everything. So you can let that little stuff, it's okay. I've learned to let some stuff go. It'll be there. But this is what I do. And this is my secret. I only think one time. Okay. I only think one time a week. And it's on Sundays. And I make a plan on Sundays, one time. And I use that 2x2x2 sheet as a guide, but I don't necessarily use it. I just use a piece of notebook paper. I have 3 columns, and I have column A is product prospects. Who am I going to share Hoogies Plus with? Who do I need to follow up with that I might have shared with last week or whatever? Column B is the business. So what team do I need to follow up with? Who do I want to introduce to the business? Whatever. Column C is the community. So that's the events. What events are coming up this week or maybe even next week? You know, what calls are happening? What do I need to build in for in this community? And so I just think of it one time. And then you've heard a lot of people in this business talk about stolen moments. And that's not just hokey stuff. That's the truth, because I'll take that piece of paper and I'll have it with me. And then when I get 5 minutes, I'm not kidding. If I get 5 minutes because, you know, whether I'm here or whether I'm at work and a patient's going to the bathroom, or if I'm at home and something's, you know, I have 5 minutes, I don't have to think. You know, if you sit down to work your business and you spend 10 to 15 minutes trying to figure out what you want to do, that's not productive. If you have it figured out once a week, and then I use my list, check. You know how many messages I can send out in 5 minutes? A lot. You know what you can get done in 5 minutes if you are 10 minutes or 15 minutes, if you are, you know, ready and prepared. You hear the saying, plan your work your plan. It sounds cliche, but it's so true. It really is, you know, the secret to getting it done. And so, think one time in your week, and then if you have a very full life, like all of us do, use those moments and just knock that list out. And then of course, things are going to happen organically in your week that you haven't planned for. You run into someone at the grocery store, or, you know, whatever. Somebody calls you and says, hey, are you still selling Juice Plus? Those are just bonus points, you know, those are just bonuses. But, you know, you're always prepared, but you just don't want to waste any time thinking about what to do. To me, that's just silly, you know, because I've done it before. I sit down on my computer, okay, what do I need to do today? And then it's just like, it's a waste of time. So, so think one time and then act the rest of the week. And I feel like that's really been the secret to getting it done. Does that make sense?
Totally. It's what we've been discussing forever, is what gets done is what you schedule and what your plan is. And if you don't plan something, we all know that somebody else will plan it for you, and it may not be how you like it to turn out, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Great. And
go ahead.
So final question, a little bit about what's working with your team. That's what's really powerful and working for you, is to know your plan, to do it. I love how you kept saying one time. I think one time. That's my kind of person. I don't like to think a lot. I want to know what I'm going to do and then do it and not have to worry and think about it. So that was great.
Yes.
So what's working for your team that you think is helping duplicate right now? What kinds of things are
So it's all about the fun factor. It really is having fun. So events, the fun events, not dry, boring sitting in a meeting room events, but fun events. So we're doing a lot of salad in a jars or smoothie prep parties or oatmeal in a jars, having tons of fun with Facebook parties. That's really going well, Facebook events, because it helps us get into other people's warm markets. So, that's really kind of what we've been focusing on lately is getting into other people's warm markets. And so, having customer hosted events, will you host this event for me? Will you host this event for me? And just making it fun, because nobody wants to go to a boring, stuffy meeting. People want to have fun and just, enjoy it. And it's a fun atmosphere, or play some music, or, just relax and not get too hung up on, the specifics of it, and just more social activities. Because, in our community, and I know every community, people are attracted to that. People see you posting on Facebook that even if it's a salad in a jar party, everybody's laughing and you're having fun and it looks fun. And they're like, well, I was just sitting at home doing nothing. That'd be fun, So I think what's working is just having fun, relaxing, doing fun events, making a plan to invite for those events, thinking about getting to other people's warm markets just to help grow your own customer bases. And it's working, it's successful. So just have fun.
So I have a question. So you've got a brand new distributor, and she's going to invite 10 of her friends over for a wine and wellness, and we're going to talk about health stuff, and we're going to drink wine, maybe serve some smoothies. How do you do a very short talk on Juice Plus? What do you do if you want to finally get to the Juice Plus part? I know salad in a jar parties we've got down. We've got those down.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a wine and wellness and it doesn't have a focus and you're there, how do you gather up the people and kind of share a little bit about Juice Plus? What techniques do you use?
It's fast, 15, 20 minutes tops. It's all about the stories, because those are powerful. Usually I'll share a short video. The short ones, like the simple and convenient one that's like 2 or 3 minutes long, or just the really short ones that pack the punch. And then share the story, I'll share my story, or another couple of reps will share their story, because stories sell. Literally.
Right.
I get hung up on the research and all that stuff, and no, it's just, stories are powerful. So that's what we do. We share stories, share a quick video, and then that our favorite closing is the 3-step closing, where we say, you know what, we've had fun tonight. And, we're glad you came, and we want to visit some more. And I just want to give you a few options. We've heard some information. You can either just take what you've heard and do nothing and go home and, have fun or whatever. You can decide to add Juice Plus as your one simple change. That's option 2. And we'll be glad to help you get signed up tonight. Or maybe you're excited about our community and our mission and what we're doing, and we'd love to have you take a look at what we're doing, and you can share Juice Plus with other people. There's 3 options. And so, we'll be happy to talk about those with you. So 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops.
Great. I love it. So I'm going to open this up. Do you have anything more that you want to add, Jamie, before I open it up? Great. If anybody has a question, you can raise your hand, and maybe Carrie will see. Otherwise, unmute yourself and go for it.
Pick me. Pick me.
Well, whoever said pick me, we're picking you. Who was it?
Me. It's me, Lisa.
Oh, Lisa, ask your question. That was so cute.
Hi, Jamie. This is awesome. You're awesome. You set the bar, girl. You're so busy. Do you share, because this is something that I know I'm going to get asked, do you share with your patients, your PT patients?
Not very much.
Not very much. Okay.
Not very much. Occasionally, and if I'm in, and usually it's the patients and or family members. So a couple weeks ago I had a guy, and he had a lot of GI issues, and so he's on a liquid diet, and he's really struggling with what to eat, because they want him, and he's just he's eating Jell-O, and there's no nutrition in Jell-O. So I outside of work, not in the job, but outside of work, I called his daughter, and I said, I really think that he needs to be on the shakes, the Juice Plus shakes. And I kind of explained a little bit, and I said he needs that He's not going to survive on Jell-O and ice cream, So So, and she's like, yeah, I'm all for it. But so sometimes I'll occasionally, and in a small community, I know people, or I'll know, like, I actually didn't know this girl, but I knew her sister-in-law. So I messaged her sister-in-law, like, can I have Rachel's phone number, because I want to mention something to her. So it's about being brave and bold and courageous, but in the work environment, I'm limited. I don't want to, I can get in trouble for it. So, so I have to be strategic, but.
So Jamie, the beauty about that answer is some people might be listening, well, no wonder she's built a big business.
Yeah.
She's PT and has patients. You haven't even been able to use it. It's just like the rest of us who are not medical professionals, who are going outside of our world and talking to friends and family and the people we meet.
Yes. In
That
fact,
was a great question, Lisa.
I probably have my whole customer base. I have less than 5 that might have been a patient at one time.
Great. Time for one more question.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Hi, Jamie. This is Marie Gilly. When you have a wine and wellness or healthy living party or something like that, and after you tell your stories and you share about Juice Plus and maybe a video or two, do you talk about the business at all, or do you just do the ABC close and then see if anybody wants information about the business?
I always tell my business story, because that creates vision. So I'm not necessarily teaching people about the marketing plan or going into the specifics, because like I said, we're doing short presentations. But I know that telling my business story, and I'll mention, I'm at the top of the company, I have a benefits package, and I'm so proud of what we are doing and representing. I know that subliminally that is planted in their head. So I always tell my story, and do people ask then more about it or whatever? Yes. Or, sometimes when you're in a group, you can just see somebody's eyes that they're intrigued, you can tell the people are the people that are just kind of looking away or whatever. But, those are people you can hone in on, or maybe talk to later or whatever. You just got to really read the crowd to see who wants what information, I feel. But always, telling your business story, getting really good at telling your business story, and not like the 20-minute version, but like the 30-second version to a minute version, the quick, easy bullet point one is powerful. That creates vision.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Great question, Marie. All right, well, we've done it. Jamie, not only did you tell a great story, teach us great tips, taught us about scheduling. We got to hear what Juice Plus journey has been for you, but where timing is perfect. That's so professional. I love it. So what I would love for everybody to do is unmute their phones or their Zooms and make sure to give, a wild thank you to,
on the hunt for some inspired.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Jamie. Good night. Thank you so much.
You're awesome.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.